Ah salut!
Salut, comment ça va? EPOPLAY numéro 2, Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater, PlayStation 2, Real Hardware. Un jeu sorti le 4 mars 2005. Je ne sais pas combien de temps ce stream va durer. Le précédent stream, c'était atroce. 3 heures de mort. 3 heures de mort en continu, c'était quand même assez fabuleux. Donc, on était tombé dans la rivière. On était tombé du pont, précédemment. Et donc là, on joue les médecins. Alors, on a une coupure profonde, saignement, aucun pansement utilisé, pas encore désinfecté. Alors, le truc que j'ai remarqué, donc j'ai un petit peu dégrossi le bousin. Je me suis un peu soigné. Alors, il y a un truc assez rigolo, c'est que lorsque tu as une côte cassée dans ce jeu, tu mets une attelle. Du moment que tu as un os cassé, forcément il faut une attelle. C'est n'importe quoi. Idéo, s'il te plaît, quand tu fais un jeu qui se veut un peu réaliste, vas-y, fais-le réaliste. Attends, pansement, du coup. Non? Ah oui, il est fracturé, attelle. Donc du coup... Quoi? Qu'est-ce que j'ai fait? Hop, voilà, oui, d'accord, il devait se faire une... J'ai fait n'importe quoi, hein. J'ai mis le pansement avant de faire la suture, hein. Je crois qu'on dit comme ça, la suture. Alors. Ça va, le son est bon, hein. On est bon. C'est bien. Waouh. Ouh, sexy, attention, Carole.
Ouh là là. Ouh là là.
Ouh là là, c'est Rambo. Ça, c'est pompé sur Rambo. Un truc de fou. Sacré Snake. Salut.
Good job, Snake.
We're coming to get you now. Just stay where you are. We'll drop a recovery balloon. Can you set it up?
Wow.
Go hard. Go hard.
Big Boss. Salut.
Ah salut! Ah salut!
Ah, il est pas content. Alors ce qui est bien, c'est que par rapport aux deux, il a fait des méchants un peu plus charismatiques, j'ai l'impression. Quand même. Même si je l'avais complètement oublié, lui. Il n'y a que lui que je me souviens parce que c'est le mec du 1 en plus jeune.
What are we going to do with the girl?
Who is she?
Apparently she's Sokolov's woman.
She's a nice catch. I'll take her. Not so fast, my dear. A kiss of death?
Are you KGB?
We may be able to use her. She has spunk.
Shall we take her back to the base?
Perhaps we should. We have no further use for Sokolov's research facility. I think it's time I gave this marvelous new toy a try.
Colonel, even if they are our enemies, they're still our countrymen.
But it won't be me that pulled the trigger. It'll be our friend, the American defector.
You're going to nuke your fellow Russians?
Remember the Alamo.
Colonel!
Oula. Eh ben putain. Alors le stream n'a pas... Voilà, on est toujours là, hein. Ne vous inquiétez pas. Wow. Putain, j'ai ma manette qui vient de se barrer de mes jambes. Nom de Dieu. Alors là, on peut dire que Snake s'est transformé en radioactive Snake. Là, il est grillé. Normalement, tu vois le truc, t'es grillé là. Ah, c'est n'importe quoi. Oui, je veux bien. Ah oui d'accord, c'était que le tuto. Oh nom de Dieu. C'est vraiment GoldenEye, hein. C'est James Bond. Alors, ce jeu, je l'ai fait aussi sur la PlayStation Vita. Et sur la PlayStation Vita, lorsque tu appuies sur les gâchettes, tu peux faire des trucs rigolos. Je sais plus ce que ça fait. Je crois que ça fait Snake, Snake, ou un truc comme ça. Tu peux interagir avec l'intro, c'est très rigolo. Attendez, peut-être que je peux le faire, hein. Oui, je peux le faire. C'est moi qui fais ça. C'est moi. Vous avez prévu le coup. Je vous ai appris un truc, hein. Si vous appuyez sur R1, ça fait des petits snakes. Snake. The night be golden night. Hideo Kojima, produit par Hideo Kojima. Ça, franchement, ça en est une blague. What the fuck, sérieux? Hideo Kojima. Dirigé, produit, fait, chier, écrit, parlé par Hideo Kojima. Il devrait mettre Metal Gear Hideo Kojima Solid 3. Par contre, la musique, c'est James Bond, hein, c'est pas Hideo Kojima. Nom de Dieu. Avec un gameplay où, pour agir, il faut que tu appuies à chaque fois sur soit sur carré, soit sur rond. C'est jamais le même bouton. Un mois plus tard, 11h30 du soir. 30 juillet 1964. Non, 30 août, pardon. Oh, 30 août? Nom de Dieu. Ah, on est 31, dommage. 31 juillet, merde. J'ai cru qu'on était en août.
Payload oxygen supply is nominal. Power supply to payload anti-free systems shows no problems. No gusts. All systems go for drone detachment.
Snake, we can't risk a halo jump this time around. Airspace security has gotten tighter since we were last here. We can't get as close to the ground as we did during the Virtuous mission. So instead, we'll be using one of our newest weapons. Snake, you're being given an honor on par with Alan Shepard. This is our last chance. Show your patriotism. If you fail, you'll be back in a hospital bed again, waiting for the firing squad.
So how does it feel to be a patient in one of the most advanced ICUs in the world?
Would you do me a favor and tell the suits about visiting hours? I'll never get better with them assaulting me day and night with their questions.
Must be part of the top brass's inquiry.
More like an interrogation. According to them, I'm a traitor and an accomplice to the boss's defection.
They're just looking for a scapegoat.
Does that mean they're after you too?
Let's just say neither one of us is going to be made a national hero out of this.
Does this mean Fox is going to die?
No. This fox is still one step ahead of the hounds. The reason I came to see you today, Jack, it's time for Fox to clear its name.
What are you talking about?
The situation has changed. We've still got a chance to come out of this one alive.
Yeah, what kind of chance?
Don't get too excited. Here, have a cigar. It's Cuban. This morning, I had a meeting with the CIA.
They decided when they're going to execute us?
No. Something even bigger. Yesterday, the White House received an unexpected call.
President Johnson?
Yes, I hear you, Mr. Chairman.
It was a hotline call from Khrushchev to President Johnson.
From the head of the Soviet Union?
That's right.
A few days ago, one of our country's main design bureaus, OKB-754, was destroyed in a nuclear explosion. At about the same time, our anti-aircraft radar picked up a signature that appeared to come from one of your military aircraft. Does any of this sound familiar to you? In retaliation, I have placed our armed forces on secondary alert. Depending on your response, I may be left with no choice but to order the military to maximum alert and unleash Armageddon. With the help of your predecessor, I was able to survive the Cuban incident. But my power is not as great as it once was. If I am to survive this crisis, I must have your full cooperation.
I should have contacted you myself. Did you know that one of our soldiers defected to your country a week ago?
No.
So you haven't heard then. The man who arranged the defection was a GRU colonel by the name of Yevgeny Borosovich Volgin.
Volgin? Of the Brezhnev faction. Go on. Who is the soldier?
Her name is the Boss. She's a living legend. During World War II, she was the one who led us to victory in that war. In Russia, you know her as Voyevoda.
You mean the Boss? The mother of your special forces?
Yes, that's the one. And she took 2 miniature nuclear shells along with her.
The Boss took 2 miniature nuclear shells?
I'm afraid so. I believe they were a gift for her new hosts. The Davy Crockett Atomic Battle Group delivery system was completed 2 years ago. But serious problems were found with the launcher's range and precision. Although they were mass-produced, they've never been deployed in battle.
But Sokolov's research facility was completely wiped out. The whole area is polluted.
I can only offer you my deepest condolences over this terrible tragedy.
So, the Boss, with Colonel Volgin's help, stole 2 experimental nuclear shells and took them with her as gift when she defected. Then, shortly thereafter, Sokolov's design lab, a top-secret military research facility, was destroyed by one of these weapons. Am I right so far?
Yes, that's correct.
And the American government denies any involvement in the affair. Is that right as well?
That's correct. We were not involved in any way.
Then what was a U.S. military aircraft doing on our radar screen? It was clearly in violation of our airspace. And yet you say it was not acting under your orders.
That's correct.
You expect me to believe that this was all the work of a single soldier?
I don't know what else to tell you.
The army insists that this is all a ploy on your part.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. Our government had nothing to do with it.
And I would like dearly to believe you. However, I'm afraid my power over the military has weakened since the Cuban incident. I will need some kind of proof that this was not the action of the American government. You have 1 week. You must catch the Boss yourselves and recover the remaining nuclear device. Then, you must find some way to prove your innocence.
Prove our innocence?
Yes, preferably something painful. Prove to me that this is not merely another one of your tricks.
The Boss should be close to Colonel Volgin. How about a little coaction?
I would not expect too much if I were you. The political situation here is unstable. And Colonel Volgin is a member of the Brezhnev faction, which seeks to topple my government. 1 week. You have only 1 week. And if it is not too much to ask, do something about Volgin as well.
What is that supposed to mean?
Nothing. It means nothing. Call it a modest gentleman's agreement to ensure our continued relationship.
What if we can't prove our innocence?
Then I will be unable to restrain the military. I will be ousted, and they will seek their revenge.
A nuclear attack on the United States?
I leave the disposal of this situation entirely to your discretion, Mr. President.
Disposal?
If you fail, it will mean the beginning of a new world war.
To put it simply, in order to avoid a full-scale nuclear conflict, we have to prove that America was not involved in that explosion.
And eliminating the Boss ourselves will prove America's innocence?
Right. The higher-ups have decided that you're the only one capable of pulling this off. You were her last apprentice. Screw this one up, and we'll both be 6 feet under. There's no choice.
Are the Russians going to be helping us?
The KGB has promised to lend us one of their communications satellites so that you and I can talk to each other.
That's it?
They've also put us in touch with a couple of insiders.
Insiders?
There was a defection in September 1960. Do you remember it?
You mean the 2 NSA codebreakers who went over to the Soviet Union?
Precisely. Since then, they've apparently been training with the KGB for exactly this kind of situation. Their code names are Adam and Eva. I've been told that Adam has infiltrated Volgin's ranks. We've also arranged for him to provide you with an escape route. You'll need to rendezvous with him when you get there.
Alors ça c'est pompé sur le film avec Clint Eastwood encore une fois. Hein. Les mimiques de notre ami Snake, c'est les mimiques de Clint Eastwood. Et Clint Eastwood, il a fait un film avec un avion de combat ultra moderne. Ça s'appelait Fox. Je sais plus, Thunder, je sais plus du tout. Et c'est vraiment pompé sur. Je vais vous dire ça. Comme ça vous verrez un petit peu, vous verrez, c'est de la folie. C'est vraiment ça. Avion. Furtif, ouais, c'est ça. Et ça s'appelle FIREFOX. Donc il y a bien Fox dedans, hein, vous avez. FIREFOX L'ARME ABSOLUE. Alors est-ce que notre ami Medikit là, elle va nous en parler? Ça m'étonnerait parce que il est rigolo le Kojima, mais il sort pas les paramédics là. Est-ce qu'elle va nous la sortir celle-là? Ça m'étonnerait fort. Et qu'elle nous sorte les vraies références sur lesquelles notre ami Kojima a pompé.
This is Snake. Do you read me?
Loud and clear. Glad to see you landed safely.
I got blown pretty far off target.
Snake, let's go over your mission objectives one more time. Rescue Sokolov. Find out what's happened to the Shagohod, then destroy it. And finally, eliminate the boss.
Eliminate the boss?
This mission will be codenamed Operation Snake Eater.
Because I'll be taking on the boss in our Cobra unit, right?
Don't forget about Colonel Volgin.
I'm not a hired killer.
I know, but that was the Kremlin's demand.
Demand? You mean it wasn't just a request? What's it to us if the Khrushchev regime is threatened by the Colonel and his faction?
If supporting the current regime helps us avoid a nuclear exchange, then that's what we'll do.
And what are the CIA's demands?
Our priorities are the rescue of Sokolov and the destruction of the Shagohod.
Roger that, Major Tom.
Hold on, Snake.
What now?
I'm changing my codename. It turns out Tom wasn't the most auspicious choice.
What do you mean?
Well, the truth is, when I chose my codename, I picked the wrong one.
Oh là là.
Did you ever see the movie The Great Escape? It came out last
Grande
year.
évasion.
Must have missed that one.
Oui, je l'ai vu le film.
It's based on a true story about prisoners who escaped from a POW camp in Nazi Germany. The prisoners dig 3 tunnels as part of their plan, but the Nazis find 2 of the tunnels before they're finished. The prisoners succeed in escaping by using the last remaining tunnel. The names of those 3 tunnels were Dick, Harry, and Tom.
I get it. You used the name of the tunnel they escaped in as your code name because you thought it would bring you good luck.
Yes, that's exactly right. At least, that was the plan.
But
I got the name wrong. The one they escaped in was Harry. Tom was one of the unlucky tunnels. It was discovered by the Nazis before it was finished. I watched the movie again just to make sure. In fact, I even ordered the actual film from the movie company.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like the greatest name to use. So what should I call you?
You know, let's just use Zero, like we've been doing all along.
All right, then. Major Zero it is. We'll start over from square one.
From square zero.
On repart à zéro.
Is 140.85. Oh, I almost forgot. Paramedic is with us again on this mission.
Is this her last chance too?
If we fail, she'll have her medical license revoked. It's more or less the same kind of fate. Her frequency is the same as during the Virtuous mission, 145.73. She'll be recording your mission data as well, just like the last time. That frequency is also the same, 140.96. And there's one more person on your support team. His name is Mr. Sigint. He's an expert on the latest in weapons and equipment technology. You'll be going up against some of the world's most advanced weaponry when you infiltrate the research facility. If you have any questions, just ask him. His frequency is 148.41.
Mr. Sigint. Got it.
Adam, your KGB contact, is waiting for you at the abandoned factory up ahead.
The same factory Sokolov was being held in last week.
Yes, meet up with Adam first. He's cleared the way for you to rescue Sokolov.
How will I know this Adam guy when I see him?
You'll know once you reach the factory. The whole area's been polluted by the fallout from that nuclear blast. No one else would dare come close. The password is, "Who are the Patriots?" and "Lali Lulelo."
Lali Lulelo. Gotcha.
Lalilou, Lalilou Lelo. Lalilou Lelo.
Be careful, it's noisy.
I thought standard Fox procedure was procure on-site weapons acquisition.
The circumstances are different this time. You're now on an official mission for the United States government. It would be necessary to make your presence known to a certain extent, to the Khrushchev regime at the very least. But remember, this is still a sneaking mission. Snake, if you fail this mission, it will mean an all-out nuclear war. Keep that in mind and proceed with extreme caution.
Understood. Commencing Operation Snake Eater.
Merci pour les likes. C'est à mourir de rire comme Kojima. Il raconte n'importe quoi. J'ai choisi Major Tom par rapport à la grande évasion et les 3 tunnels. Je me souviens même pas que les tunnels avaient un nom, quoi. Alors déjà, bon, d'accord, ok. Mais Major Tom, nom de Dieu, c'est la chanson de Ziggy Stardust, Major Tom, Ground Control to Major Tom. Franchement, il se fout de la gueule des gens, ça va mourir de rire. Putain, il pompe tout sur plein de films, mais il ne les cite jamais. Il cite tous les films, sauf ceux sur lesquels il pompe, quoi. C'est génial. C'est génial, c'est formidable. Julien. Je comprends que ce soit un ami de Julien Chiez. C'est formidable. C'est pratiquement la vérité, mais c'est pas tout à fait la vérité. Mais comme c'est à peu près la vérité, on va dire que c'est vrai, quoi. Voilà, c'est ça, c'est la définition de Julien Chiez. C'est de l'à peu près vrai. Alors, c'est comme le test de Julien sur le Stadia. Il n'y a pas vraiment de lag, hein. Stadia, il n'y a pas beaucoup de lag. Donc, moi, je le vois pas en tout cas, hein. Je vois pas le lag, donc c'est qu'il n'y en a pas. Oh putain de merde. Alors, donc. Carte. Alors, ça va être génial, hein, parce que. Alors, ce qui va être super. Oh, bah heureusement que la carte est là, dis-moi. Il fait super chaud, c'est dinguerie. Alors déjà qu'on n'y voyait pas grand-chose. On dirait le début de Dark Souls 2. Je sais pas si vous ne pouvez pas penser au l'environnement, on dirait le début de Dark Souls. Grenade paralysante, d'accord. Alors attendez. Oh putain, oh là là, oh là là. Oh la caméra, oh nom de Dieu.
Où est la caméra? Où est la caméra?
Elle est là.
Voilà.
Alors j'ai des cages, hein. J'ai des cages à lapins. Je sais pas si ça marche pour... Je sais pas si ça marche pour les serpents. Parce que si je capture des animaux, peut-être que je pourrais les lâcher pour effrayer les méchants. Oh! Merde! Attendez! Ça a marché ou pas? Ah oui, ça a marché. Avec mon couteau de survie directement emprunté à Rambo 2. C'est le couteau de survie de John G. Rambo. Et en fait, Kojima, quand il fait ses petites références là à Godzilla, à plein de films de genre, c'est vraiment mais du name dropping parce qu'en fait ça n'a putain de rien à voir avec le jeu. Au lieu de nous mettre tous les jeux, tous les films sur lesquels qui l'ont inspiré ou sur lesquels il a clairement plagié pas mal de détails, mais ça c'est pas grave parce que l'œuvre en elle-même elle est rigolote, hein. C'est pas bien grave, moi ça me dérange absolument pas les gens qui repiquent des gameplays pour faire un peu des trucs différents. Au lieu de nous citer, je sais pas moi, James Bond pour le générique, Rambo pour l'espèce de couteau de survie, quand il se... Ah d'accord, je tombe comme ça, ok. Quand il se recoule... Quand il se remonte le bras, enfin, tous ces petits détails à la con. Ou bien là, les mimiques de Snake qui ressemblent, ils sont vraiment les mimiques de Clint Eastwood. Fox, le film FIREFOX, on voit très très bien que c'est emprunté sur il y a plein de trucs qui sont empruntés à FIREFOX. Le film avec l'avion furtif avec Clint Eastwood, et un super film, j'ai vu quand j'étais plus jeune. Et tous ces films-là, pour l'instant, le Zozo, il en a jamais parlé, quoi. Et ça, c'est le problème du Japon. C'est le problème de pas assumer, d'avoir peur de citer les références, un peu comme Resident Evil à l'époque, quand ils ont toujours nié avoir s'être inspiré largement sur Alone in the Dark. Oh, il y a un truc là. C'était pas cool. C'était pas sympa. Bah là c'est pareil, et ça c'est vraiment un truc qui m'énerve. Pareil dans la musique, c'est le même combat. Hein. Quand ça ressemble, c'est vraiment pompé sur un style de musique, mais que tu cites pas les références. Enfin c'est un peu de la merde. D'un seul coup, c'est ridicule. Alors que pour peu que tu aies un petit peu de culture cinématographique, il en faut pas beaucoup. Hein. Ouais, ça te pète à la gueule, quoi. Et à côté de ça, il va faire du name dropping à gogo pour essayer de flouter les pistes. Je reviens.
Looks like death wasn't ready for you yet.
Boss.
That arm still hurt?
What are you doing here?
Go home. Go home. Gru and my sons are waiting up ahead.
Bon, on va se laisser juste après cette cinématique que je regarderai sur YouTube puisque je viens de la rater à cause de la femme de Colombo. Tout va bien.
Boss!
I'm not your boss anymore.
Bon, bah je vais laisser tourner la truc parce qu'il y en a au moins pour 45 minutes. Je reviens, à de suite.
Go back to your boss. There's no need to prove that you are virtuous here. This isn't America. That should stir things up a bit. You'd better hurry. The border is 60 miles south of here. You ought to be able to run that far.
Why'd you defect?
I didn't. I'm loyal to the end, to my purpose. What about you, Jack? What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country or loyalty to me? Your country or your old mentor? The mission or your beliefs? Your duty to your unit or your personal feelings? You don't know the truth yet. But sooner or later, you'll have to choose. I don't expect you to forgive me. But you can't defeat me either. You know me too well. Just look at that bandana. If you can't put the past behind you, you won't survive long. If we meet again, I'll kill you. Now, go home.
This is Snake. Major Zero.
I read you, Snake.
I was ambushed by the boss.
You were what?
The drone's been shot to hell. It's up in flames.
That's not good. Enemy scouts are going to come looking for you.
Yeah, I know. But what was the boss doing here in the first place? There's got to be a leak somewhere.
No, that's impossible. The man the boss is working with, Volgin, isn't exactly on speaking terms with Khrushchev.
I lost my gun. The boss destroyed it.
Snake, I know how you're feeling. It's hard for me to believe, too, that a legendary hero like the boss would go over to the Russians. That she'd double-cross us like this. But that's how it is, and if you don't accept it, you'll never be able to beat her.
That's not the problem. In terms of sheer technique, I'll never be able to beat her. I know that all too well.
You've got to do it, Snake. She's your enemy and your objective.
Enemy? We were together for 10 years, and now you tell me she's my enemy?
Enough. Hurry to the factory where Adam is waiting. Scouts have probably already been sent out to investigate the explosion. You've lost your weapon, right? That means you've got no chance of winning in a battle situation. Whatever you do, don't let them see you.
What's this? HQ? HQ.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. We have evidence of an enemy intruder. Commence alert formation.
On est de retour. Bon alors, qu'est-ce qui s'est passé? Time paradox. Nom de Dieu. Je regarde des trucs sur YouTube. Me dites pas que... Ah, ça y est, du gameplay. Ok, on va sauvegarder. Et on se laissera là, les amis. Bon. What? Ah non, déjà? Oh putain, c'est pas vrai, quoi. Ok, bon. Ben voilà, comme ça, on se laisse sur une petite mort rigolote. Sur ce, merci d'avoir regardé ce stream ou cette rediff. C'était un tout petit stream, mais c'est pas plus mal. Comme ça, la prochaine fois, on continuera cette épopée sur Metal Gear. Et j'en fais la promesse, on terminera ce jeu. J'en peux plus parce que sur PlayStation Vita, je l'ai fait sur Xbox 360. Et là, maintenant, je le fais vraiment sur PlayStation 2. Je pense que maintenant, c'est le moment de le torcher, celui-là, et de le terminer. Sur ce, merci d'avoir regardé cette rediff ou ce stream. Je rentre à vos studios. Ciao, ciao les amis, ciao tout le monde. Ciao, ciao.
Où est-ce que je dis au revoir, Tintin? Mais oui, très vite, ma petite fille, je sais dire au revoir très vite.